This is quite a theatrical look, so forgive the sort of slapdashness of it. It's supposed to look a little bit like that. It won't be the most pretty makeup you've ever seen, but that's the way it is, so that's the way we're going to do it. Magenta's skin is quite pale in Rocky Horror Picture Show, so I'm going to use the Benefit Play Stick in the lightest colour, which is Jack's. And using my MAC 109 brush, I'm going to buff this into the skin. Now with this foundation, you can use it really sheer, or you can get a heavier coverage. I'm going to go for a slightly heavier coverage. As I said, this is a theatrical look, and she is really pale, and it is part of the look to make her pale, so make sure that you make yourself lighter than you usually are. Patricia Quinn, who plays Magenta, is really quite a beautiful woman, I think. She's got a sort of Betty Davis look about her, really big eyes, and actually this makeup is a little bit whatever happened to Baby Jane. Do your neck as well if you're going to lighten your face, otherwise you'll have a darker neck than your face and it will look a bit like a floating head, which is cool if you want that look, because that's kind of a Halloween look too, but if not, make sure you do your neck. I'm going to stop there, guys, because you get the drift, and you know that really I'm going to take this off after I've done this tutorial. I'm using Benefit Instant Brow. The colour is light to medium. The brows aren't really a main focus point of this makeup, so just make them a medium thickness, and nothing has to be too neat with this because it is a theatrical look, and sometimes I think that theatrical looks need to be a tiny bit rough around the edges. You know, it makes them that little bit funnier. But then my rough around the edges is maybe a little bit different to most people's, I guess. So feel free to ignore me if I'm talking absolute rubbish. I'm starting off by using a paint pot from MAC. This one is quite natural, the colour. And I would say it's a medium warm brown. So you want to put this all over the lid. And then, it's a very strange shape. So put it all over the lid and then take it in a half moon shape, almost up to the brow. Now, I still won't look much like Patricia Quinn at the end of this because she has much rounder eyes than me. Her eyes are very round indeed, so this is a really effective look on her. But because she's got a lot more space from her eyelashes to her eyebrow, it's a lot more effective because you can see the shape more. Now, the other important thing is that you need to use a cream product that sets to do this, because you don't want this sliding around all night. That's why I'm using the MAC paint pots. You can use the Estee Lauder Stay in Place cream shadows. I think Clinique do one too. There's quite a lot of companies that do these now, but things like Cream Colour Base by MAC, no, that's not going to work. It's going to shift around and it's going to crease and it's going to be a complete mess within 10 minutes. I'm applying this with the MAC 239 brush. Okay, so once you've got that shape in, you're going to need something. Now this is a discontinued product, I believe, but you'll be able to find something similar. This is Frostlight, which is a white iridescent fluid line from MAC. I bet they do a paint pot in the same kind of colour. You just need a very light iridescent colour that is a cream that sets. Now I'm going to take this and I'll put this all around that shape to really intensify it. Now what we're going to do with this, we're going to just take that white up to the brow there. Now I'm going to change to, this is black ground paint pot. I'm just going to put this darker colour at the lashes. Just so we get a little bit of a gradient effect. You don't really need to blend it too much. The natural pull of the product will blend it a little bit for you, just as you're dragging it on. And as I said, you know, it doesn't matter if it's a little bit rugged. Now using a warm blusher or eyeshadow, I'm using, this is Blaze from Laura Mercier, which is a cream cheek colour. I'm just going to brush this just around the edges. It sharpens the shape and it also gives like the slightly ghoulish feel that you get from Magenta's makeup. Gel liner, this is the Bobbi Brown Black. Black eyeliner pencil, this one is from ELF, and it's a liner one end and an eyeshadow the other end, a greyish eyeshadow, which is quite nice, but I don't use it that often, but the pencil is brilliant. Now we are going to line the whole eye all the way from corner to corner. Now make that really nice and dark. We'll take a small amount of our black ground paint pot underneath the eye as well. Again, it's very important that you don't use cream colour bases, because we're going to put false eyelashes on the tops and bottoms and you won't be able to get them to stick if you've used an emollient product like that doesn't set. What you want are some of these spiky looking lashes. You need a pair for the top and a pair for the bottom. Where you get them doesn't really matter. Don't know where I got these from. They might be MAC number, I don't know, they might be 6s or something. But then again, they might not be. I'm really not sure where I got them. They're cool though. And stick them on. Now on the bottoms I've got some number 7s, so you want to sit these right under your natural lashes. Just sit them on and then use your tweezers or whatever, or a finger, just to lift them a little so that they don't lay flat, just while the glue is setting. If I was doing this for a shoot, I'd bring these across a little bit more, but if you're going out in them, don't bring them too close into the corner at the top or at the bottom, because they're going to stab you in the eye, or it's going to feel like you're being stabbed in the eye all night and your eyes will be watering and then your makeup will be everywhere. So give yourself a little bit of breathing space. I'm going to put a tiny bit of concealer on. This is the Bobbi Brown Creamy Concealer. Ideally you want to do this before you put your lashes on, but I wasn't thinking. So that's your eyes done. So now we're going to set the face. I'm using MAC Invisible Powder, which is white. Now you don't often see me set the foundation with as much powder as I'm using today. As I said, it's the theatrical look, and we want it to look theatrical. So let's get it as bang on as we can. And she looked quite powdery to me. I have a pencil from Urban Decay, the colour is Gash. I'm just blending the lip liner over the lip because we want it to stay on all night. So that can be our base for our lippy. Nice pointy lip, I think. And I am using a red from the new Ultimate Red collection, which is limited edition from Estee Lauder. Any red that you choose should be a kind of bricky colour red rather than a pinky red. I'm just taking around the lip line the subtlest. I'm not putting any more product on this brush. This is the black ground that I used under the eye. I'm just taking it around the lip just to give them a little bit more definition. So that is the Magenta makeup complete. I'll get a bit closer for you. It's really, really super easy. You know, anybody can achieve this one. And to do the hair, well, you know what I'm going to do, I'm going to back comb it. But if you have straight hair, then tong your hair first and then back comb it, so that you get that real volume. But if you have hair like mine, I mean, actually, if I was really doing this, I would tong mine as well. Patricia Quinn's got naturally curly hair, so they've just back combed her natural curls to get that great look that she has. But I can't really be bothered, so yeah, you know. I mean, it's not too important to get it too big up here because you're probably going to wear the French maid's hat, I'm assuming. Let me just take you through the key things again, just so you get it perfect. Make sure you get that half moon shape in there. Make sure you use a highlighter to define it and define the brow, and a little bit of warmth just around the edges. You want a brick red on the lips, and you want 2 sets of lashes, one for the top, one for the bottom. Make them spiky lashes because it will really make a huge difference to the look. Nice pale face, plenty of powder, and we're on for Magenta. So thanks for staying tuned, if you did stay tuned to the end, that is, and I shall be back with something a little bit more wearable, and have a wicked Halloween.